PDM. Which party is standing where? According to Salim's Afi, the unhappy are all the same. Each party in the PDM is extremely angry, but the nature and level of seriousness of each response is different. Starting with the PMLN, Nawaz Sharif thinks that he has been disqualified, the people of his party have been disbanded, the election, in his opinion, has been rigged with him. He and his daughter were forced to go to prison while his wife was dying in London. In his view, he still tried to reconcile through Shahbaz Sharif, but he was not forgiven, and on the contrary, Shahbaz Sharif was also put inside. The last time, the deal with him during his illness was that he would go out with his daughter Maryam Nawaz. Thus, he and Maryam Nawaz disappointed the workers by keeping a quiet fast and also endured the taunts of the media, but they think that the promises made to them were not fulfilled. This time he is sadder and angrier, not because of himself but his children, especially Maryam, while Maryam is angry because of the way her parents were treated. Asif Ali Zardari's grief is no less than that of Nawaz Sharif. He believes to have cooperated to an extreme level in the Senate election, and then he sacrificed his party's candidate in the election of the chairman of the Senate and made Sadiq Sanjarani the chairman. But before the election, it was revealed to him that instead of rewarding him for his service, it was decided to remove him from Sindh. They made noise and made contact, so a few days before the election, it was decided to bring them back to Sindh, and in response they obeyed once again. After the election, first opposition was forced to sit in the assemblies. Then in the presidential election they made the PTI game successful by angering Maulana Fazlur Rahman, but in spite of this, they weren't forgiven. They were arrested and the cases were taken forward. Maulana Fazlur Rahman believes that in the last 15 years, he has stood with the state against the TTP and faced 3 suicide attacks, but he believes that he too was betrayed in the 2013 elections, and in his view, his right in Pakhtunkhwa was given to PTI and Pakhtunkhwa Milli Awami Party in Balochistan. That is why he was in an aggressive mood from day one and did not want to sit in the assemblies, but when the PPP and Noon League decided to go to the assemblies, he too had to sit in the assemblies. Maulana also believes that the media has imposed restrictions on him in the last 2 years, and efforts to disgrace him through the PTI have been in full swing. Another problem of Maulana Sahib is that he has been believing in conspiracy theories about Imran Khan since the 90s. They are also angry that they were sent back from the sit-in by making promises, but then those promises were not fulfilled. And when he started reminding them of the promises, through NAB and media propaganda, they tried to blackmail him. The ANP, Pakhtunkhwa Milli Awami Party and Belak nationalists also complained that there had been injustice with them in the last election, and they all are not willing to accept the election results from day one. But since the major parties are not in the mood for any major move, therefore, they also had to remain silent. Qaumi Watan Party's chief Aftab Ahmad Khan Sherpal has the same complaint. According to him, he was made to lose on his traditional seat. Now the question is, which party in the PDM is serious and who is ready to go to what extent? I think PMLN, Jui, Belak nationalist parties, Mahmood Khan Achakzai, and Aftab Sherpal are very serious and ready to go to any lengths. However, the position of the PPP and the ANP is slightly different. MRSM Zardari does not wish for early elections because he fears that this time Sindh will be taken away from him, but on the other hand he has also realized that obedience is not saving his life. In addition, PPP contacts have been restored. An important meeting with Bilawal Bhutto took place before the APC, and one after it. Similarly, the ANP is also in touch while it is also part of the Balochistan government. The ANP wants to be part of the PDM alliance, but in the back ranks instead of the leadership. The PTM is also a big issue for the ANP, and it is looking into whether the PTM is made part of the PDM. The case of PTM is also very interesting. MNA Mohsin Dawar was invited to the APC in which the PDM was formed, but the organization's head, Manzoor Pashton, was neither invited that time, nor has he been contacted till now. It will be a difficult step for the PTM itself to be part of a political alliance, but the PDM leadership is still in a dilemma. Besides, the Awami National Party and other nationalist parties do not have full confidence in the major parties, especially the PPP, and they fear that they will do a deal again. However, this time, Maulana himself is satisfied with the Noon League. His analysis is that the PPP will not be able to back from collective decisions. Maulana is satisfied that soon such an atmosphere will be created that the party which splits from the PDM will face public outrage, so everyone will be forced to accept unanimous decisions. I have talked to both Maulana and Mian Nawaz Sharif. Now the two have full confidence in each other and are somewhat satisfied with their success. What is the reason for this satisfaction? I have not reached any final conclusion about this yet. However, Time will tell whether they were rightly satisfied or misunderstood. Dear friends, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe now and share with your friends for more interesting political stories and articles. Thank you.